Hello everyone, welcome to the Sketchbook Club. Today what I'd like you to do is to play around with design elements using a single page from a magazine. If you find a magazine or a newspaper, it could be anything, but find something that you find visually interesting and get a pair of scissors and just start cutting it up into any shape that you want. It could be triangles. If you look at my image right now, you'll see that I'm using triangles. You can make circles, and I'll show you one at the end of this video that has that. It could be something organic, it could be geometrical, it could be rectangles and squares, it doesn't matter. Just cut the whole thing up into different shapes like you see me doing. Make some bigger and some smaller, and really play around with the varying the sizes and so on. After you've done that, sweep them off your sketchbook or your paper, and I think it's good to have a border. So put in a little border. You'll see I'm using a children's book that my kids had lying around that I could, trace the outside of because I wanted to be somewhat neat and I didn't really want to work very hard by measuring, so I just found something that I knew would fit in there neatly. And, get your border on. After you get your border on, I want you to grab all those shapes that you cut up, and I want you to just simply begin playing around with arranging them. If you see me, I'm making them all move in the same direction at one point like this, and that creates a lot of movement. And then if I have them not going in the same direction like you see here, then you'll notice that the movement slows down considerably. So I really just want you to play around with arrangement, see what you come up with. And, once you've made a decision, think about how you're going to put them together, then just start gluing them down. But as you glue them, you definitely want to think about things like, you want to think about things like balance. Repetition is going to be natural because you're cutting the same shape. You want to think of these design elements that we've been talking about. And you can see what I ended up here with, a lot of triangles going down the page. And I got another example of one I created some time ago using just circles. You can do it any way you want, but I want you to just kind of play around with putting different shapes together and experiment with design elements. Okay, most importantly, have fun.